Have you ever felt like the world was too big and your dreams were just too far away? Today, I want to share a story that might just change your perspective. It's the story of Maria, a name that echoes with hope and resilience. Maria grew up in a small, quiet village, nestled among rolling hills and whispering fields. Life was simple, but Maria's heart held a dream that was anything but. She wanted to become a teacher. She yearned to open up the world of books and knowledge to the children of her village, to give them a window to a future beyond the familiar horizon. With a heart full of hope and a small bag clutched in her hand, Maria said goodbye to her family and the only home she had ever known. She was heading to the city, a sprawling maze of concrete and steel, a place so different from her peaceful village. The city lights were dazzling, but they couldn't chase away the shadows of loneliness that began to creep into her heart. Life in the city was a relentless challenge. The days were long, filled with lectures and studying, and the nights were even longer, spent working odd jobs to pay for her small room and her tuition. There were moments when the weight of it all felt unbearable. The noise of the city was deafening, a constant reminder of how alone she was. She missed the scent of the morning dew on the grass, the sound of her mother's laughter, the comfort of familiar faces. Doubt was a constant companion, whispering in her ear, "Is it worth it? Should you just go home?" There were nights she cried herself to sleep, clutching a worn-out photo of her family. The city was a sea of strangers, and she felt like a tiny boat tossed about by waves of exhaustion and despair. She saw others her age enjoying their youth, carefree and happy, and a pang of envy would strike her. Was she sacrificing too much? Was this dream of hers just a foolish fantasy? But every time she was on the verge of giving up, she would close her eyes and picture the faces of the children back home. She imagined their bright, curious eyes, their eager smiles. She remembered her own childhood, how a single good teacher had ignited a spark in her. That memory, that vision, became her anchor in the storm. It was the why that kept her going. She found strength in small things. A kind word from a professor, a shared meal with a classmate who understood her struggle, a quiet moment in the library with a book that transported her far away from her worries. Her faith, a quiet but unwavering flame within her, gave her the courage to face each new day. She learned to be resilient, to bend without breaking, to find light in the darkest of corners. Slowly, semester by semester, page by page, she moved closer to her goal. Each passed exam was a victory, each completed assignment a step forward. The struggle didn't disappear, but she grew stronger. She learned to navigate the city, to find her own rhythm in its chaotic beat. She was no longer just a lost girl from a village. She was a woman forging her own path, fueled by purpose and an unbreakable spirit. Finally, the day came. Dressed in her graduation gown, holding her diploma, Maria looked out at the crowd, and her eyes filled with tears. But this time they were tears of joy, of triumph. She had done it. Against all odds, she had turned her dream into a reality. The loneliness, the struggle, the endless nights of work, it had all been worth it. Returning home was a moment she would cherish forever. The village welcomed her back not just as Maria, but as Teacher Maria. The respect and admiration in the eyes of her community were her greatest reward. She walked into the small village school, the same one she had attended as a child, but this time she was the one standing at the front of the classroom. Now, every morning, Maria is greeted by the cheerful voices of her students. She sees her own youthful hope reflected in their eyes. She teaches them not just reading and writing, but also the importance of kindness, courage, and dreaming big. She tells them stories of the big city, not to intimidate them, but to show them that the world is vast and full of possibilities, and that with perseverance, no dream is out of reach. Maria's journey wasn't just about becoming a teacher. It was about discovering the incredible strength that lies within each of us. It's a powerful reminder that our struggles don't define us. How we rise from them does. She transformed her own hardship into a beacon of hope for others, lighting the path for a new generation. Her classroom is more than just four walls. It's a place where dreams are nurtured and futures are built. So whenever you feel that your own journey is too hard or your dreams are too distant, think of Maria. Remember that every great achievement begins with the decision to try and the courage to keep going, even when it feels impossible. Her story teaches us that no matter where you come from, your passion and perseverance can create ripples of change that extend far beyond your own life. Thank you so much for watching and sharing this moment with me. If Maria's story touched your heart, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need a little inspiration today. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more stories that warm the soul and ignite the spirit. See you in the next one.